Why are all these legends coming out here and attacking Mick Foley? Because he's a glorified stuntman. According to this player.
Yes. I just like the idea that like Roddy Piper in this alternate timeline hasn't aged a day since 1989.
Yeah.
Like he's been perfectly preserved in formaldehyde or something. Like he's got abs.
He hasn't had abs since the 90s.
He's never had abs ever. Like the only time he's had abs was his fucking action figure.
I mean, he had abs in the way that all human beings have abs. They were just buried under a fine layer of road gut.
Road. Yes, that's the dramatic way of putting it.
It is weird seeing him out of the shirt, though.
Yeah, it is strange. But it's also quite amusing where like I'm thinking like, okay, like the Legends like storyline in every game is a wonderful little bit of nonsense. Where like it's like, oh yeah, no, where Bret Hart was around to do a booking on the Random Raw, yeah, absolutely. And Bam Bam Bigelow, oh, we just resurrected him. That was handy because he was around last year as well, so that works out, you know. Davey Spoy Smith,
like
yeah, he's fine. Yeah.
So, a little bit of what's weird. I was doing a little bit digging about an upcoming show, and yeah, it turns out that Davey Boy Smith Jr. is gonna be on this show, which is holy shit.
Which one now? Which one are you booked on?
The Progress.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he is down for that. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well,
I genuinely thought you meant Wembley.
No, well, I wouldn't be surprised if he...
Never say never. Yeah, I mean
it's an obvious move.
Like yeah, like
he
that.
brought me in for about like a fortnight, and then fucking like got rid of him very quickly.
Bring him in for the show, but bring him in.
Let him do the repeat spot. It was like, yeah, everyone's friends. I'm not sure who the Macho Man stand-in will be though. You need to work it out amongst themselves.
What's actually pretty cool is that like one of the pieces of merch that they're going to be selling for this particular weekend is the English flag in a tracksuit, and it actually looked fucking deadly, like with the Progress logo on the back of it. Like, actually looks really cool. But they have one coming out that's going to be the Bret Hart fucking, like the whole fucking thing is the Bret Hart like gear.
Oh,
with the Progress stuff. I know it looks strange, like it's strange when you hear it, but looking at it, I was like, it's actually really fucking cool. I'd like that myself.
It's kind of like the stuff that.
To be fair, a Union Jack tracksuit would actually be the most heel heat grabbing thing you could wear.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like anyone, like any wrestler that's out there, if they happen to be watching this, take fucking notes. Even if you're not from fucking if you're going from fucking Cage Match fucking network, like wherever the fucking site is, they have a lot of people down as being English when we're actually Irish.
I remember when I think it was we just happened to keep the network on after the SummerSlam? That was in London, wasn't it? Oh, Money in the Bank. Sorry. Yeah. It was in London, and they had the match between Rollins and I think you said Fergal there, Finn Balor, and they, you know, when they do the press conference, I hate them and love them at the same time because they are so fake and so redundant. It's just like, why are you even bothering to do this? You are literally mocking the like absolute wet wipes you get into the room to ask the dumbest questions possible. So like you're giving off the impression that you're giving them like some level of journalistic integrity, and then you tell them what questions to ask. It's like, what's the fucking point of them being there? You know, you know. But one guy was from this crowd. I think they're the Barstool Sport, I think it is. They're one of the like god awful football Twitter banter accounts who are like run badly for engagement purposes, and Rollins is asked, you know, how's it feel to have beaten Finn Balor in his home backyard, and there's like, and to which point, like, I like to think that half the room, if they're not absolute fucking mouth breathers, would have turned to this guy and said, "What the fuck did you just say?" But Rollins himself, married to an Irish woman, goes, "Well, it's not quite his backyard. He's Irish." And goes like, "Yeah, but he's a top UK star." It's like, don't double down, you fucking tan. Shut the fuck up.
It's in the UK, you prick.
Every English person thinks this. It's like, shut the fuck up. All right. Like, we literally only got over Oliver Cromwell, lads. You don't have to fucking stick the boot in. All right. Like,
that video went around a couple of weeks ago.
They claim us.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Like, you can have McGregor. We don't want him. Fuck that guy.
I mean, yeah. Well, look. More than happy to disown him. But
Yeah.
there was a video going around to Cillian Murphy meeting, I think at the time, Prince Charles, where Charles was like congratulating him on whatever movie, and
Yes.
he was like, "Oh yes, yes, and you're British," and he's like, "No, I'm Irish." He's like, "Oh yes, but yes, British." And he's like, "No, Irish. There's a difference."
It's like, it happens every single time, and it's just getting tiring now at this stage. You know.
Yeah.
Probably seen one clip of fucking Peaky Blinders and just instant thought, like, okay, yeah, he's one of us.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was. He's like,
Most likely.
ah, he's English. He's English.
And I think these fans are too stupid to realize it. How can you say that, King?
It's a show I'd like to go into.
I mean, I saw British Strong Style. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Pretty much.
It's just like, I just imagine there's a guy with a beard, there's a guy that's not wearing any socks, and there's Pete Dunne, and that's pretty much the gist of the show.
And Jack White's fucking Lover's Blindness is playing somewhere there in the background.
Essentially, yeah. Everyone's Birmingham accents and fighting really tough.
And it's been reversed.
It's actually quite mad to say that in a match between Bam Bam Bigelow, you know, still alive, and Shelton Benjamin, that the crowd can be this quiet. Like, more, I don't think not so much because they're a bad crowd, because obviously they are, but more so just bewildered at what they're actually seeing.
They froze the man from the dead for this.
Yeah, it's like, really? I mean, this is like the middle of the show. Like, we still have to get to a 50-minute Triple H match after all this. Where's he going up
Each
against?
working 15 minutes? I don't think so.
That's with ad breaks combined and the entrance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It's like how Roman Reigns, like he only works like 3 minutes because his entrance is like fucking 10. Because everything he touches has to be a fucking odyssey. I mean, look how look how slowly he walks. What a master of tension. It's like, all right. I see that we have actually let mediocrity like rule supreme in WWE. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's great.
To be fair, the man embodies it.
Yeah, he does.
You have to give him that. Like, he's earned his spot.
He does. In fairness, like, it's all like refreshing to have actually see him actually working heel, and it's like playing out, because I think in the height of his like proverbial Cena phase, let's say, like, people are just yearning for you. Please just let him play an interesting character and not the white meat baby face. Between the contact lenses and the body armor and burying people left, right, and center, it just doesn't fucking work.
What I love about it, though, is that even at the time of all of that, when the crowd were absolutely annihilating him, you could see that it was pissing him off and he wanted to just have a go.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how cathartic it feels to finally be able to be like, you know what, fuck all you.
And he's like the biggest act in wrestling at the minute as well. It's like, see, this is what I have had this in the fucking tank for 5 years. You know.
And if they're smart, remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job. I think he's looking to put his opponent away here.
Mad that Bam Bam never came back, actually.
To WWE.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it is. Like, he was well, as we learn in the Butterfly Suplex Effect, he would be more WCW aligned than anyone else.
Like, the fact that he wasn't part of the invasion is a little odd, to be honest.
I think he was working the indies mostly at this stage, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
And he showed up for a week of TNA.
Well, we certainly didn't see this coming.
That's true as well.
That
Yeah.
weird era where they had legends show up every so
What
often
do you
for 1 week.
Getting in the ring
So,
with the two of them.
Here's who we can afford for this taping.
Yeah. Hacksaw Jim Duggan!
Hey.
One half of
This
the
is a-
fucking Road Warriors!
Just one. The other one, no, he's not wrecked.
And is he ever cleaning house?
Yeah.
And just in the nick of time. What a save.
My God, the legends are fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah, I don't think this is over, JR. Not by a long shot.
Stop! He's going crazy. For the love of mankind, somebody stop this man. I'll still never get over that line delivery.
It was so manufactured.
I think what made it
Painfully
worse.
manufactured.
Yeah, I think what made it worse was the fact that like as he's saying it, the camera is on him reading it from the sheet. As like in one of those kind of unfortunate things where like you're caught in the act type of deal.
Yeah.
Like we know they do this anyway, like because everything in the movie is so heavily manufactured. Like, but to see it in action, to see the actual sausage being made is quite unfortunate, you know.
Yep.
Say when this first started, I was glad to see that you were standing up for Mick Foley.
What's worse is you can imagine whoever came up with it was so fucking proud of himself.
Oh man, like they were chief shit in the writers' room there. You know.
Finding you a partner and making a tag team match between you and them tonight on Smackdown. Good luck.
Okay, thanks, Vince.
I hope you're doing okay
Hey Shelton,
after
I know what you'd love.
Sorry I
It's
couldn't
a
get down
tag
there.
match, buddy.
See, we still don't respect you after even though you beat the Undertaker. Fuck you.
And I hope you kick the hell out of Roddy Piper and Bam Bam Bigelow this week on Smackdown.
Ooh. Will we renege on our tag team wishes? Yes, of course. So it looks like we have a date with Roddy Piper lined up, which is exciting. There we go. Oh, we got Matt Hardy. He was available. That's good. Tag team specialist Matt Hardy. You know, he's a
Yeah, no, that kind of tracks, I suppose.
and of course he has a lot of beef with Bam Bam Bigelow.
Why not?
Why not? Exactly. So, Bam Bam going, I don't like your V1 gimmick. How dare you?
Rivalry isn't overtaxed. If anything, even more superstars are being drawn into it.
For instance, here's Matt Hardy.
Started on SmackDown, and I hope it ends right here.
He'll never not be in the shadow.
Even in a tag team that's been cobbled together, he's still the other guy.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfair. There will always be that kind of like eternal conversation among wrestling fans where like genuinely like assessing each one, which one was the better Hardy boy. Like who is the actual better Hardy brother? And depending on who you ask, either in or outside the business, they're all going to say different things. Because someone will look at Matt with the character work and the constant reinvention as one thing, and then Jeff Hardy for taking the tallest thing possible and falling from it. And so
Jeff had a rock star quality to him.
yes,
Matt at one point had some stuff going for him, but that motherfucker hasn't come up with anything new in 10 years.
very true. Like that's between like what
I think delete and he's got tagging in Jeff, and that is his repertoire.
I know. I quite enjoyed V1. That was good fun as well.
That was good. Matt facts were great.
Yes. Mainly because he had Shannon Moore like running around the place like a complete fucking idiot. Like that was the funniest part about all that. Is that he has one fan that's willing to do anything for him.
But you remember that because he was the #1 MFer?
Yeah,
No,
MFer, yeah.
Yes, Mattitude follower. That was it.
Yeah.
And then for like 2 weeks, he had his own Moore on,
Yeah.
and it was Crash Holly.
Yes.
Because they were looking for something for him to do.
Yeah. I think I remember they did the bit where he goes at when Matt's trying to like enter the cruiserweight division and he has to lose weight.
Yeah.
And he is literally cutting weight to do it, yeah.
Wearing a rubber suit and going for a run. And...
Yeah. And he's over by like 0.1 pounds and he has to relinquish his title opportunity. It's like
do you remember the more recent like cruiserweight tournament?
Yes.
Do you remember like the whole storyline with Buddy Matthews?
Well, oh yeah, with yes, Buddy Murphy, yeah. I remember that now, yeah. He was the same thing, yeah.
The fact that they cut to backstage for a promo and fucking like Spud messed up, and they forgot to fucking like cut that and fucking like put it. It's a taped fucking segment.
Yeah.
But yet they still kept it in. The mishap.
Goes to show how much the CWC really meant.
I was about to say, it just goes to show that 205 Live literally was irrelevant to WWE. Like, Jesus Christ, like, to an almost absurd sense where, like, they could have put on any type of show and nobody would have noticed. Like, I think it was in the later stages, they even have cruiserweights on that show. They just had just weird cunts show up on it. Like Babatunde or any other random big person they have in developmental that's not going anywhere.
It became main event 2.0.
Yeah, essentially.
Yep, absolutely.
Like I always find it like incredible like that like big wrestling companies like that, they put so much, they go from a top down approach in that everything has to be like, okay, we have to get WrestleMania right, then we have to get the Rumble right, then we have to get this right, okay, and then we'll have to get all the Raw and Smackdowns right if you insist, you know, because in the sheer amount of like staff, producers and agents that they have, they don't tend to divvy it out in an equal distribution, you know.
You know that there's at least like probably 2 or 3 that get the heavy bulk of it.
Yeah.
And then whatever's left over put to the stragglers.
But even then, like those stragglers have to like brush up what's happening on the third hour of Raw, rather than actually like, okay, here's like control over NXT level up, let's say. Whereas it's like random matches and just whatever the fuck you want to do. Like it's the prioritizing is kind of mad, and in a weird way, I don't think any other like promotion does that well enough. Probably New Japan actually. New Japan seem to kind of have like a nice like balance between, okay, we know these are just shows on the tour, so let's just like put people in random tag teams and get from point A to point B. At least they're honest about that, you know. Whereas like you're still looking at AEW and WWE, and they're still like, you'd like to think they put out like different types of shows, but the degrees of separation aren't really there for AEW unless you just count CM Punk as a degree of separation. So some people would, I guess.
They're putting all their eggs in one basket with like Punk, and it's just like, no.
It is just gonna fall on their arses, unfortunately. Like of all the people to try and put a show on the back of, the guy who sends a fuck off every now and then because he just doesn't feel like wrestling, probably not the guy to go with, you know?
I think that's a case of like, right, I've spent a ludicrous amount of money to sign you, and I'm gonna get my money's worth, and you're not going anywhere until like the fucking you've given me like say 5 years. So I think that's what that is, because there's no way that you could have someone behave the way they behave, regardless how fucking top name they are in the world. Like, without getting fucking like reprimanded and fucking being like, here, do fucking business, you moany twat.
To be fair to Chicago, though, he kind of had Tony by the balls.
Yeah.
In the fucking 3 executives in the legal council came into his fucking locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No question.
Not
There's
great.
the cover.
They all should have been fired. Fuck all of them.
Like, that's a situation where, like, everyone should have fucking been like,
When you see this
ah,
level
fuck
of
off.
competition, Cole, there is
Like,
I think it's also like it's very evident that there's no ego management in AEW, you know. But then again, like when you look at the structure of the company, like absolute, of course there would never be any ego like management. Like Tony is the guy with the blank checkbook, and basically the lads are left to run the asylum by themselves. Like jobs for the boys, all this sort of stuff. We kind of know this going in, so in a way, like, is this not like a natural end to that cycle where like just bigger egos come in to try and take over the shop, you know? Like that's why I find so kind of like circular about the whole thing. Is that like you're giving it about the wrestlers kind of running the shows. Like, is this not what's been happening anyway? It's just that like it's now more public, essentially, you know, and everything's spilling out into the public eye, like, you know. Like, to be fair, I'm always so distrustful of this stuff that I always kind of just assume that it's a work to begin with, you know. Like, the safest option at this stage is like, yeah, if it's involving Punk, it's a work. I don't care.
that's the difference between like AEW and WWE. Is that like AEW, they're always trying to find ways of making it an angle.
Yeah.
But realistically, it's not a situation that should be made into an angle. It's like, right, we're done. Like, shit has gone down and there's no coming back from it. Fuck
Yeah.
them. Like, business has to be done.
But that was always a WCW ploy, wasn't it? It's just like let's put this real life like beef into the middle of the ring and get people to invest in it. It's like, okay, if they want to, like, you know, alienate your fan base, sure, why not?
That said, at the same time, the only way I would actually pay for AEW on pay-per-view would be if they set up cameras in the fucking locker rooms. And just a live feed of that for the 4 or 5 hours. I'd watch that.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that seems like more entertaining than what's happening in the ring. Like,
Yeah.
everyone doing flips and having a lovely time, and all the while, like, you know, dogs being thrown at Kenny Omega or some shit, you know. I think that could work.
Bob Ziggler's brother is getting kicked out.
Yeah, just for, like, you know, it's like, oh, you have an opinion against the almighty Phil, get the hell out of here. How dare you disagree with me? I'm brilliant.